everyone, I'm going to show you how to set up your graph and how to manipulate it. So first of all, you need to know what data you're going to be graphing, and we've color-coded it here to help you out. So you only need to be concerned with the average crater measurement. So after you do trial 1, trial 2, trial 3, you should have added them together for the total and then divided that by 3 to get your average crater measurement. So for instance, the crater diameter, the average of all 3 would be found here. And same thing for crater diameter for drop height of 30 centimeters, it's going to be found here. The average crater diameter for the drop height of 45 is going to be found here. So we're going to graph the blue first. So now that you know what data you're going to graph, you're going to come over here to your first graph. It says graph number 1, a crater width right here. So you need to make sure that you're graphing the appropriate data on the appropriate graph. Otherwise, your data is going to be off. So it says graph the average crater width for each asteroid height, delete this, post it. So we're going to click it, hit the delete key, and then now we're going to set up our graph. So first of all, we know that we're going to be doing crater width. Crater width is going to be your dependent variable or the effect, because how high you drop it from is going to affect how big that crater is. So the drop height is going to be our independent variable. So our independent variable always goes on the x-axis. So you can set it up like this. We're going to call it drop height in centimeters. And then we're going to set up our axes here. So you'll notice that out of these numbers, only 15, 30, and 45 go with your drop height. So you're going to click it, and you're going to look for these crosshairs right here, and then you're going to drag it all the way over. So this bar is going to represent your 15 centimeter trial, or the average of your 15 centimeters. And same thing, now you're going to do 30 centimeters. So you look for these crosshairs, and you're going to drag it all the way over here. And then same thing for your 45 centimeters. You're going to click it and drag it all the way over here. So now we've labeled our x-axis. We now need to label our y-axis, and that's our dependent variable. So the height that we drop it from is going to affect how wide the crater is. So here, you're going to put crater diameter or width, diameter, and this is also in centimeters. And then same thing, now we need to label our axes. So you're just gonna come over here and drag the appropriate measurements over to the line so we know what we're actually measuring. And to do this a little faster, if you make a little box and then it'll highlight all of them at once, you can drag the whole thing over here. So I'm going to drag my 3 centimeters over like this, 4 centimeters over here, and 5 centimeters over here. And again, to get a bunch of them all at once, if you just click, hold down, and drag a box out, it'll highlight all of these for you. So that's how you can move multiple things at once. So let's say that the average crater diameter for our 15 centimeter drop was 2.25 centimeters. So now we're going to click on this box and we're going to resize it. So this is currently at 1 centimeter. If we go up to here, it's going to be 2 centimeters, and 2.25 is a little bit higher than that. So like right about here. Let's say for our 30 centimeters, the average crater width is about 2.9 centimeters. Then you would click this purple box and we're going to resize it also. So 2.9 is really close to 3. And then lastly, let's say our 45 centimeter drop gives us a crater diameter of 3.2 centimeters. Same thing, click on the dark blue, click on this little top part to drag it all the way up to about 3.2. And now you have graphed your data for your crater width. The last thing you need to do is to put in your title. So for this one, we are going to call it, it always goes dependent variable versus independent variable, or y versus x. So our y is our crater diameter. So we're gonna put that in, crater diameter in centimeters, versus drop height, which is our independent variable. And then we're just gonna make this a little bit bigger. And there you go, you have your first graph. So hopefully that helped you guys out. You can rewind it if you need to.